On a day when a crucial hearing took place in the Supreme Court on the air pollution situation across large parts of North India, with the Supreme Court asking once again, what exactly are state governments going to do? What exactly is the immediate solution? We are joined by a very important guest, Professor S. N. Tripathi, a member of the National Clean Air Program and the head of the Department of Civil Engineering at IIT Kanpur. Thanks so very much for being with us. Professor Tripathi, what are the immediate measures that can realistically be taken?
Well, I mean, as of now, we have really run out of many options. We can only hope that meteorology will become better, winds will become stronger, mixing height will expand, and we'll get some warmer temperature so that, somewhat the pollutants will be dispersed. And that's what we generally see in these situations.
Professor Tripathi, one of the points which came up today, and this was a little confusing, apparently the centre told the court that the amount of contribution to air pollution in this part, the northern part of India, of stubble burning is 4% approximately. As I understand it, in the last few days it's been a lot more. So what exactly is the contribution of stubble burning, particularly in months when it's really bad, as it is now?
Well, I mean, particularly this year we have not done any experiments in Delhi, Vishnu. But I was looking into ministries, the data, MOES data. And from our past experience, as you say, maximum could go as high as 30% from stubble to PM2.5 in Delhi, mainly in end of October and part of November, it could be 30%.
Right. And Professor Tripathi, while it's quite clear that, stubble burning only accounts for a part of the pollution in the National Capital Region and surrounding areas, let's focus briefly on stubble burning for a moment. What is the solution which is economically viable or potentially economically viable for farmers to actually get rid of their residue in an ecologically friendly manner?
Well, I mean, this is a very complex problem. As you know, government has just announced a couple of months back a very comprehensive national biomass mission. I think it is getting on its feet. And idea is that one would come out with many solutions, including those by, startups, innovative solutions. And they're also trying to bring some of the municipal waste so that all of them can be handled. I would expect 1 to 2 years before we start seeing some real progress on ground.
All right. And Professor Tripathi, when the Supreme Court says or asks, what are the other steps that the Delhi government is actually trying to take? What can Delhi, Haryana or UP actually realistically do in the immediate time period?
There are two other major sources, broadly speaking, are vehicular and industrial sources. I was looking at our data. I was also looking at the data, model data given by MOES. If we can do something about vehicular emissions and industrial emissions, I believe vehicular emissions again would take a little longer time because you are dealing with a very large fleet. But industrial emissions certainly can be capped. Particularly, I would like to inform to your viewers that we are seeing that NOx and ammonia and partly sulfur dioxide, they contribute to particulate matter formation in a big way as the winter, becomes more and more severe.
Right.
So these are major sources, I would say, in 6-7 districts in NCR.
Right.
We need to act on immediately, where, we can stop emissions of, as I said, some of these gases, and particularly NOx, ammonia, and they are contributing to 10 to 15% of particulate matter, and that can be controlled. That is controllable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, we keep discussing this, and it seems an entire generation of Indians, your generation, my generation, I suspect, nothing's going to change. We're all going to suffer at the end of the day. Our lifespans are coming down. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Hopefully, we won't have this discussion next year, but what are the chances of that happening? Anyhow, thanks, thanks, Professor Tripathi, very much for being with us.